Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste all music rasikas and my dear viewers across the globe. Sadhana is an initiative of Kirtana established in Hyderabad, India. We started conversing with great masters in our native states of Telangana and Andhra. Sadhana is an initiative of Kirtana established in Hyderabad, India. We started conversing with great masters in our native states of Telangana and Andhra and have moved on to masters in Chennai and Bangalore and have completed more than 70 episodes so far. Our intention in doing this series is to share the experiences of great masters and contribute to the student and amateur artists community. And I'm very happy and overwhelmed to tell that a few of these great masters have come willingly and generously to this platform the second time to share their knowledge. Unlike many other equivalent programs, Sadhana has been able to cover technical aspects in Carnatic music, ranging from understanding a raga, neravu, pallavi, improvisation in a varnam, and sahitya bhava, and so on. Friends, music is such a vast subject with so much to share, and I invite you all to please benefit from this series. We consider special requests through chat from the audience too. We are in the Raga series, and today we have with us Vidushi KALAVATHY AVADHOOTH Madam. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Namaste, Kamalaji.
Kalavati ji belongs to a family of musicians where her father, Bangalore K. Venkatram, was a ghatam maestro, and her mother, G.R. Jaya ma'am, is a veteran gamaka artist and a vocalist. Her brother, V. Krishna, is an eminent mridangam artist. She had her initial training from her mother and intensive training from Sri Ganakala Bhushana S. Ramakrishna sir. Later, she was under the training of Vidushi Sita Lakshmi Venkateshan and Vidwan P.S. Narayana Swami. Kalavati ji is a postgraduate in music, and she is known for her tradition-bound pathandra and effortless nirval and swara prastara. She has performed in all major sabhas in India and has traveled to USA for renditions several times. She has been an achiever of several laurels and awards. She has lent her voice to a few art movies too and has released several CDs and cassettes so far. Today, Kalavati ji is with us to be a part of our Raga series to deal with Raga Purvi Kalyani. Ma'am, Purvi Kalyani was called as Purva Kalyani, Puri Kalyani, right?
Yeah. So,
Yes.
First of all, namaskaras to all the listeners. Kamalaji, namaste to you. And
Namaste, ma'am.
The matter I'm going to discuss here, maybe many of the senior Vidwans, Vidushis would know a lot of all these things. But for serious listeners of music and students of music, I think we are all always students of music. Some are senior, some are junior students. Likewise. So the information that I have gathered today, and I want to discuss with you and share it with Asakta listeners, is about how Purvi Kalyani, the scale of Purvi Kalyani came into vogue as it is now. And what were the few historical aspects, and I would then go to the compositional forms of Purvi Kalyani.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to place on record that the information I've gathered are from few lecdems and papers, and I have had serious discussions with T.S. Satyavati Madam of our pride of ours, Karnataka, and few lecdems of Vidushi Radha Bhaskar and few other papers. I have tried to imbibe information for my own knowledge and to discuss it with you all.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would also like to thank profusely Vidushi Neela Ramgopal Mami for suggesting me for this program. Namaskaras to all the senior Vidwans and Vidushis. At the outset, when a raga is discussed, we generally talk about the scale first. Whether whatever compositions as disciples or students or senior Vidwan Vidushis we learn, we first try to get the scale or the Arohana, Avarohana, or the Murchana as it was called.
Yes, ma'am.
But we also realize that the Arohana, Avarohana is the basic outline of the raga. It just gives the basic definition of the raga.
Yes.
Actually, an interesting point is made by Professor S.R. Janaki Raman, who says the first so-called physical format that brings out in bold relief or in a nutshell the melodic entity and individuality of a raga is its Arohana, Avarohana, which was called originally its Murchana. So in a nutshell, the melodic entity is introduced. But as we gain maturity in the art of singing practical music, we realize that it goes beyond the Murchana or the scale.
Yes.
The gamakas, the curves, the compositional forms, which gives the actual identity to the raga with the help of the Arohanam and the Avarohanam.
Yes, ma'am.
So as of today, the scale of Purvi Kalyani is Sari Gama Padha Pasa Sa Ni Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa. So you can just visualize it as a Shadava, Vatra and Sampurna Raga.
Yes, ma'am.
But when we observe the history of this raga, to discuss a little bit, the raga goes back to the pre-Trinity period. So it has more than 200 years of history.
Yes.
So there is a Varna in Khanda Attatala by Sonti Venkata Subbaya, which is also given in the Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini.
Yes.
And there is a Kriti of Shri Bhadrachal Ramdas, O Rama Ni Nama Menta Ruchira, which was, so it gives the fact that the raga has a history of 200 years before the Trinity's period.
Yes.
So according to the Krama Sampurna Mela Paddhati, the raga is a janya of 53rd Gamanashrama.
Yes.
This is a case of where the progeny is more popular than the parent.
Exactly.
Interestingly, there are few ragas like that, like Bhairavi, which has become more popular than Nata Bhairavi. And exactly. Kamboji more than Hari Kamboji. Hari Kamboji, at least we find lot of kritis with many senior vidwans singing, but Nata Bhairavi, this is the same case. So Gamanashrama is a very rarely handled raga. So according to Krama Sampurna Paddhati, this is the janya of 53rd Gamanashrama. But according to the Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini in the Asampurna Mela Paddhati, this is called as Gamaka Kriya.
Okay.
So the Gamaka Kriya, here Gamaka Kriya doesn't have the Vakra. So it is Sari Gama Padha Sa Sa Ni Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa. Sari Gama Padha Sa Sa Ni Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa. And in Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini, it is also mentioned that Gamaka Kriya is called as Purvi Kalyani also.
Yes.
And historically, Purvi Kalyani is also named as Purva Kalyani, Puri Kalyani.
Yes.
And all that. But interestingly, one more aspect is the Arohana of this raga is now Sari Gama Pada Pasa. But it has undergone lot of changes, lot of metamorphosis. So in Subbarama Dikshitar's Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini, as in Gamaka Kriya, it is Sari Gama Padha Sa. But in Sangeeta Chudamani, it is Sari Gama Padha Ni Dha Sa. In Mahabharata Chudamani, it says Sari Gama Padha Ni Dha Pa Sa. There is one more. Sari Ma Padha Ni Pada Pa Sa. But the Avarohanam remains the same. Sa Ni Dha Pa Ma Ga Re Sa. So the changes have occurred in the Arohana, and the Avarohana has remained Sampurna.
Sampurna, yes.
So finally, we are now singing Shadava Vakra Sampurna. Sarigama Pada Pasa Sanidha Pamagarisa.
Yes.
So this Pada Pasa is a very characteristic feature of this raga, the Vakratva that has been introduced.
Right.
But the greatness of the raga also lies in the fact that the Panchama Varjya Sangatis give lot of aesthetic value. You might have observed in many compositions, Gamadasa, Sare Gamadasa, Nida Magada Magari Magari Sada. These are the highly aesthetic prayogas. But to talk about a Vishesha prayoga, this also had Dhani Sanida Magare. Also Dhanisa. Sani Sari was there. Sani Gare was also there.
Okay.
So in ancient prayogas,
today we don't find these.
Yes. Especially Dhanisani Damagari, according to Dr. V V Srivatsa, Sir says it is little undesirable because Dhanisa is the essential divergence between Gamanashrama and Purvi Kalyani.
Right.
Since Gamanashrama is the parent raga, it has Dhanisa. But Purvi Kalyani should not have, it is not desirable to have Dhanisa.
Yes.
So actually speaking, Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradashini doesn't even prescribe the Vakratva. Padapasa is also not there.
Yes.
But Padapasa, as a safety note, Dr. V V Srivatsa says a very interesting analogy, that is safety note prescribed and propagated by an unidentified noble musicologist and musician, God bless him, he says.
Okay.
So this Padapasa has become the distinctive characteristic feature of Purvi Kalyani. But many senior musicians also say that Padapasa should not be used very frequently, since it brings the Vakratva and too much monotony in the Manodharma.
Okay.
It stops the free movement of the raga. But according to many senior Vidwans and Vidushis, or as we ourselves observe, music is an adaptive art, and the music that remains, which stands the test of time and which survives, is always there, and it remains like that. So Purvi Kalyani is Purvi Kalyani, like what we are singing today.
Yes.
Right. And talking about some more Vishesha prayogas in this, the one important aspect is the Samwaditwa between Rivan and Dhatu.
Yeah.
Shuddha Rishabha and Chatushruti Daivata. Generally, it is Rivan, Dhavan. Here, the Rivan and Dhatu, Sarida, Dadari, Re Re Da Dadari, Sanida Magare, Sarida, Sariga.
Exactly.
So, this is one aspect, and the gamakas which are used here for Rishabha, Madhyama, the Kampita Gamaka also comes, and the oscillating Sare, Dagare, Sarigama, Gare, Sarigama, Pama. When the Ma comes with the Panchama, it clings on to the Panchama. But when the Panchama is omitted, Dama, Gare,
yes,
Pama, Gare. These are all several distinctive features.
Right.
Madamagaresa, Sarigama Pamagaresa, like this. So, another thing is the Gandhara note. It is the Jivaswara.
Jivaswara.
In many of the compositions, when you observe, tadanna, that whole sustaining of Gandhara itself brings so much of calmness and serenity to the raga itself. So now if we move on to the pradhana raga sancharas, tada na 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 na. See, dasari sari da, which comes as an alankarika sangati also in the middle note. Na na na. All these alankarika sancharas gives lot of beauty, aesthetic beauty to the raga.
Yes.
Now, leaving the lakshanas of the raga, when we come to the actual raga bhava through the composition forms, ours is Kriti Saukhya.
Yes.
So you can find all genres of compositions, all varieties of compositions in Purvi Kalyani. It's a very mystic raga which has all varieties, starting from a Lakshana Gita, which is prescribed in Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini by Venkatamakhi. Then we have Varnas, Kritis, Haridasa Padas, Devaranamas, that is Tiruvambai, Tillana, Javali, Tirupugal. It's based in film music. And you can find variety of the scope of the raga is magnanimous. And the color of the raga itself, it suits for a gattala paadnon solvale. It can go with that. It can go with the very serene, calm music also.
Devotion, pleasantness.
Yes, everything. So I would like to first share with you 3 varnas, not the entire varna, only snippets of varnas. So the first varnas, Chitta Swara I am taking is by Sonti Venkata Subbaya's composition, that is Kanda Attatala. We can find the first 2 avartanas having the middle octave swara combinations. And the next 2 avartanas have the Tarasthai combinations. And the Panchama Varjya prayogas are very beautifully also given here. Let me demonstrate that first.
Right.
So this is Sonti Venkata Subbaya's Khanda Atta. Sa sari sari sada pa sa sa sari sari ri ga ri ga ga pa ma ga ri ga ga ma da ma ga ma ga ri ga ri ri sa sari ri ga sa sari sari sada pa sa sa sari sari ri ga ga pa ma ga ri ga ga ma da ma ga ma ga ri ga ri sa sari ri ga pa ma ga ri ri sa sari ga pa ma ga ri ga da pa ma ga ri sari ga pa ma da pa ma ga ri sa sari ga pa ma ga ma pa da ni pa da pa sa sa sari ri ga ri sa sa ni sari ri sa ni da ni pa da pa pa ma ga ma ri ga ma pa da ni pa da da pa sa sa ri ga ri ni da da ni pa da ma ga ri sa ri ga pa ma ga ri ga da ma ga ri ni da ma ga ri sa ni da ma ga ri ni da ga ri ni da ri ni da ma ga sa ni da pa ma da ma ga ri sa ni
So that Nisari has come in.
Yes. Sa sa ni sa re re sa and sa ni ga re Re ga re ne da da. Those beautiful combinations.
Yeah.
Gada magari nida magari sa nida magari nida giri nida ri nida maga sa nida pamada magari sa ninne. It's a I told you the first two avartanams carry off so many combinations in the middle octave.
Yes.
And the next two avartanams have the higher octave.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the next composition is of Veena Sheshana, the maestro, where we find again the rare sancharas like Sani Sari, with the Nishadam. I'm going to sing only the first half. This is in Khanda Madhya Tala.
Okay.
Composition of Veena Sheshana.
Veena Sheshana.
Yeah. Sa mi nin ne nam mi yun na nu ra na mi da da yun chi bro ovara chama raje drudi putrude ina shri maharaje krishna rajendra sari sari ga sari ri ga ga da sari ga ga pa ma ga ri ga da pa ma ga ni da pa ma ga da ma ga ri ga ri sa da sari ga pa ma ga da ma ga ri ni da ma da pa ga ri ni ri sa ma ga ri sa da sari ga ri sa ni da ri sa ni da ma ni da ma ga ri sa. Here also, sa ni re sa ga re, those re sa re da sa pa da pa.
Right.
Look at the movement. Maybe it is for the mastery over the veena that was done, but the movement of raga comes very beautifully here.
Yes, yes.
And the next varna I'm going to is Tanjore Quartet Ponnayas. Just the second half in Mishra Rupakatala.
Okay.
We can also see the varieties of talas used.
I know, talas used for varnas. Okay.
Khandatta, Khandamatya, Mishra Rupaka. And the facility the raga gives to move about in all these.
Yes, yes.
Jala mela jese jala mela jese pama gari sanida nidha padha sa rigama jala mela jese Pamagari samagari sari nida gari magama nida gari sa nida pa gari sa rigama jala mela jese sa 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 da pa sa sa gama da sa sa nida magari sa sa dari ri da ga ri mama da pa gama pa ga mari ga sari da sari gama ri gama da magari gari gama da ni magama pada pada ni da ma pada ga gama mama ri gama ga sari ga da ma ni da ga sari sari gama gari sa ni da pada pa ni da pa sa ni da pa ri sa ni da pa ga ri sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ni da jala mela jese jala mela jese. Here dariri daga rima mada padma pagamari, those movements, and here the panchama is given more importance, unlike the Khandatta Varna. Nida pa sa nida pa re sa nida pa ga re sa nida pa ma ga re sa nida jala. The Gopuchayati is also seen. So I'm sure there are more number of varnas which bring out more beauties, because varnas are basic voice culture in our Carnatic music, which gives the tristhai movement of the raga. And once practiced in akaras, it gives so much of lubrication to the voice.
Yes. But this ragam has not, I mean, the varnams in this ragam have not become very popular.
Yeah, not very popular.
We don't see many masters.
I think we should more venture into these unheard varnams and practice and master over them, so that both the listener and our own self, for our own practice, learning more number of varnas in different ragas will help us a lot to have right voice culture for us too.
Yes. And we get to know the prayogas. Exactly for Kalpanaswaram or for the Alapana also, we get to know the different ways we can deal with.
And many times mechanically we'll be rendering the varnas, but if we really indulge into the aesthetic beauty and go into the varna, we can know basic raga structure. Direct raga structure is given.
Yes. The run of the raga is given very well. Yes.
Exactly. So after such grammatical studies about the sancharas and vishesha prayogas, we'll go to the kriti aspect.
Yes.
Which I said ours is kriti saukhya.
Yes.
And kritis, I mean compositional forms mainly, give both the bird's eye view and a magnificent canvas of the raga. Both it gives.
Yes.
So almost many compositions have started from the panchama or the shadja to give immediate the chaya of the raga, that it is not Pantvarali, it is Purvi Kalyani.
Yes.
So pa to da is given in many compositions, if we observe. Or whether it is the Tarasthai Shadja or the Madhyasthai Shadja, when we start the composition itself, most of the times it is perfectly given that it is Purvi Kalyani. There is no, dilemma in that at all.
No second thoughts.
And of less than 30 ragas that all the trinities have used, Purvi Kalyani is also a raga which is used by Tyagaraja Swami, Muthuswami Dikshitar and Shama Shastri.
Yes.
So Tyagaraja Swami has composed 3 kritis, though Gnanamusagarada was having a little dilemma whether it was Gamanashrama or Shadvida Margini, but it is, I told you, as the
taken as Kalyani today.
Survival of the test of time.
Right.
So, Paraloka sadhana me manasa pamagarisa nidhasa. Immediately it is given.
Nidha has to come. Yes.
Paraloka sadhana me manasa paraloka sadhana me manasa paraloka sadhana me manasa.
Right.
Paripurna kama paripurna jnanamu sagarada. Here the Grahaswara is Shadjam, where it goes to the Daivata and shows jnanamu sagarada. Garuda gamanavada jnana mosagarada. Garuda gamanavada jnana mosagarada. Garuda gamanavada jnana mosagarada. That the sustain of Gandhara, the importance of that.
Yes.
And when we move, I am just giving a few examples, that's all. Since the time scope, I am just trying to give what all the information I have.
As much as we can, yes.
As much as we can, exactly. In Dikshitar Kritis, if we just have a view, we have been told that there are 5 Kritis, and Meenakshi Memudam and Kashi Vishalakshi
are popular.
Carry the Raga Mudra also as Gamaka Kriya. And in the treatment of Meenakshi Memudam, as of now, we are singing Purvi Kalyani, but Gamaka Kriya version is very rarely heard. I mean, the senior Vidwans or the well-versed Pathantara followers of the Pradarshini are singing the Gamaka Kriya version, where Madhumada Modita Hridaye Sadaye Mahadeva Sundaresha Priye Gadamagama Magama Padhasa. See, this Padhasa is, but we don't generally Madhumada Modita Hridaye Sadaye Mahadeva Sundaresha Priye Madhumurari Pusodari. That's what we are generally using now.
Yes, yes.
And Ekambhranatheshwaram, in where Ekambhranatham Sanibama, we find this in Ponnaya Pillai's Satileni Guru Guhamurti Satileni Ekambra. This is more of a chauka nade.
Yes.
And Kashi Vishalakshi actually gives a very beautiful picture of the raga. Kashi Puravasini Kamita Phaladayini Kashi Puravasini Kamita Phaladayini Kalikalmashanashini Gandharva Ghoshita Gamaka Kriya Modini. Here the Raga Mudra Gamaka Kriya comes, but while singing we are not using Padhasa as of I have heard, but maybe the Pradarshini followers might, Vidwans, Vidushis might be singing this in the that version. And when we come to Shama Shastri's compositions, the magnum opus of the raga is opened in Ninnu Vinaga Maridikkevaru. When I just hear about this raga, I remember my revered father, Bangalore Venkatraman, used to mention the combination of Alathur brothers, Lalgudi Jayaraman sir and Palghat Mani Iyer sir, with the the heat on the concert platform would be so much with this is the 4+3 pattern it follows, the Viloma Chapo.
4+3, yes.
Ninno vina gamaridi varunnaru ninno vina gamaridi varunnaru ninno vina gamaridi varunnaru Nikhila loka janani Nannu brochutaku ninnu vena agamari dekyu varunna paramalo bhulanu pogadi ati pamaru. See, this gate of 4+3 gives that real test of laya.
Yes, yes. Wonderful.
And there is one more composition, Enneramam, which is also a little, some don't attribute it to Shama Shastri. Enneramam, it is in Tamil. உன்னாமம் உரைப்பதே என்னேமம் அன்னையே எந்நேரமும் உன்னாமம் உரைப்பதே என்னேமம் அன்னையே. This is also in Mishra Chapu.
Mishra Chapu, yes.
Yeah. So, Deva Deva Jagadishwara Jaya Bhujaga. That sustain of Gandhara gives so much of serenity there. And while talking about this Viloma, there is one Haridasa composition of Purandaradasa. We find lot of Haridasa compositions in Purvi Kalyani.
Okay.
This is not Viloma Chapu, but the gate is starting from the Atita.
Okay.
The Tala Edupu. Manava Janma Dodadu Manava Janma Dodadu Ida Hani Madalu Bedi Hucha Pagalira Manava Janma Dodadu. This Manava, this gate is very much a test of Laya for Swara and the Nerval singing and all that. And there are much more. Adadella volite aitu yenenu danava madali neene ballidanu ಮುಯಿಗೆ ಮುಯಿತಿರಿತೋ ಹನುಮಂತ ದೇವನಮೋ. See, much of them are coming from Pa and settling down in Sa, or starts with the Shadjam. And there is one composition Haridasa which has all this cross tala, the Sahityam is set in that way. This is popularized by T.R. Subramaniam sir.
Okay.
Summane dorakude Summane dorakude Ramana namavu Summane dorakude Ramana namavu Summane dorakude Ramana namavu Summane dorakude. Janma janmantarada Janma janmantarada Janma janmantarada Doshkarma hodavagallade Summane dorakude. Antu pitana nama ಅಂತರಂಗದೊಳಗಿಟ್ಟು ಚಿಂತೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಶ್ಚಿಂತನಾದವಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ದೊರಕುವುದೇ. The whole song is planned.
Yes.
With, yeah.
Very typical of TRS sir.
Yes. It gives. So why I was singing this is the color of Purvi Kalyani suits into so many rasas.
Yes, rasas.
Padmavati Ramanam Uttukada Venkatakavi Ananda Nata Maduvartillai Bhavayachyutam Vasudevam. Even in this Bhavayachyutam of Mysore Vasudevachar, we find Sanigarisa prayoga.
Okay.
Shrivaram Hata Sakaladanavam Jivanetara Sanigari Sanidani Mada.
So what would you say, ma'am, if we are singing this particular Kriti? Do we sing the prayogam just like that?
Yes, like that. That is the composer's. This is the question I asked Satyavati madam also when I was going through Veena Sheshana Varna. I said Sani Risa is there. Suppose we sing it now.
Now, that's what.
At this time,
Yeah,
do they accept? But this, she observed that it is the composer's time which matters. They have composed it in that way. We don't have the liberty to change it.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah. So,
but can we sing Sani Garisa or Sani Sari? I mean, such things
Sani Gari is sung. Sani Gari, Sani Gari, Sani Dani Mada, Sani Dapama Gari. Sometimes I think it comes in. Sani Resa, Danisa is of course not at all there.
Not at all. Today we don't hear that. Yes.
Sani Gari.
But Mysore Vasudevachari is not, I mean, too behind. It is still 20th century. So can we really sing that in the Swaraprasthara today then?
Sani Gari is allowed, I think, according to the composition there.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe for the Swarakalpana in that composition.
That composition is okay.
Like how we, Shri Raga, we don't take Padanipama in
I know.
Tyagaraja's composition.
Yes.
And Satileni, I told you, it's like Ekamranatham, it comes from Shadja. But the most interesting composition I saw when I was comparing it with this Janma, this Edirete Varamadri irukara composition kom.
Yes.
O Ramani Namam Yenta Ruchi. O Ramani Namam Yenta Ruchi. Yemi Ruchira Rama Yenta Ruchira. O Rama Ninama Yenta Ruchi. Gada Pada Mada. Yemi Ruchira Rama Yenta Ruchira. O Rama. See there? Yemi Ruchira Rama. That
Right.
That is such a beautiful Sangati in I personally feel a lot of happiness in especially that Sangati.
Yes.
And when we talk about the serenity and calmness, we cannot forget Moyarthadam Poigai. That is, we can't overlook that at all by Shammangudi Mama. Tiruvembai, it is Manikya Vachakar's composition.
Okay.
Moyarthadam Poigai Pukku Moyarthadam Poigai Pukku Mugher Yenna Moyarthadam Poigai Pukku Mugher Yenna Kaiyal Kudaindu Unkazhal Padi. In this composition, Tana Paya Variyadiyo Vado Kanaral Pol Shaya Veniradi Silva Sirimarangol Moyar. It is that Gandhara is given the utmost importance in that. And Tiruvarur Ramaswamy Pillai's Yakkalatthilum. Yakkalatthilum Unnai Maravale. In that, the Chittaswaram brings out the Swara Sahitya very beautifully also. Pa, ma, gari, gari, gari. See, when for that Rishabham, when we are coming from Ga, we give that Altham, that stress.
Right, right.
Pa, ma, gari, gari. Pa, ma, gari, gama. Pa, ma, gari, gari. Pa, ma, gari, gama. Pa, ma, gari, sada, gari, maga. Padama. Nidani pasa nidapa magariga paril pirandu nan pamara. That pama is all swara sahityam. Likewise it goes. Paathu enadu tuyara maga maga bharama unadu paratpari pakshavai taruyakala. These are all compositions which enhance the beauty of the raga so much, but we can't even think of the raga expansion without such contributions from the great masters.
Yes, yes.
And to talk about one chitta swara which is most known to the Vidwans is Parama Pavana Rama of
yes, yes.
That exactly the Panchama Varjya and Panchama Varjya combinations and Padapa is very much not used there.
Yes.
Nida magada magari sarida sa riga riga ma sariga mada magari gamapa. That is one beautiful combination that Ramnath Srinivas Iyengar uses. Gamapa nida ni mada nida magari gasa riga mada ni mada sa nida magari gamapa dhani dhani pada pari sa nida sa riga ri nida madari nida magari gamapa Damada sari kari sanida risa nida madama garisa dasari gamapa nida magada magari sari dasa digari gama sari gama damagari gamapa nida ni mada nida magari gasa digamada ni mada sanida magari gamapa dani dani pada pari sanida sari gari nida madari nida magari gamapa Damada sari gari sani dare sani dama dama gari dasari gama parama pava narama papa vimochana. If we think of Kritis, there are almost more than 200 compositions, 2 to 250 compositions
by different composers. Yes.
And I also told you that there is scope for all genres here, which brings the Tiruppugal. Maru kulaviya malarane kodiyade.
Popular Tiruppugal, yes.
Yeah. Maru kulaviya malarane kodiyade. Maru kulaviya malarane kodiyade. Valartha தாய் தமர் வசையது மொழியாது வளர்த்த தாய் தமர் வசையது மொழியாது கருக்குலாவிய அயலவர் பழியாத கருக்குலாவிய அயலவர் பழியாத கடப்ப மாலையை இனி வரவிட வேண்டும். That one. Or நீ மாட்டல மாயனூர சாமி பல்கக நீ மாட்டல மாயனூர சாமி பல்கக நீ மாட்டல మాయనూర ఏమేమో బోధించి నన్నే మార్చి అడిన ఏమేమో బోధించి నన్నే మార్చి అడిన ఏమేమో బోధించి నన్నే మార్చి అడిన నీ మాటలే Mayanura.
Right.
And there is also a Tilana by Mysore Sadashivarao. There are a lot of Tilanas, but just one line if I can sing.
Right, right.
Dheem tam nadhiri nadhiri nadhira dheem tam nadhiri nadhiri nadhira dheem tam nadhiri nadhiri nadhira dheem tam nadhiri 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 dheem tam nadhiri nadhiri nadhira. This Tilana is also there. So the various genres, and to name in the, if it's in the used in the film music, it's the very popular in Kannada film song, Nambide Ninanada Devataye Abhimana Taleda Kaya Bharatiye Nambide. This is based on Purvi Kalyani. So the scope of the raga goes on and on.
Yes, yes. Such a beautiful raga, yes.
Exactly.
I love this raga. I also found Malayalam film songs in this.
Okay.
Sung by Jesudas and all.
Oh, beautiful. It gives scope for every aspect of rasas, and one observation by another senior Vidwan was that unlike a Todi or a Kharaharapriya,
right,
or a Kamboji or a Bhairavi, even a musician who's just started singing raga can also sing Purvi Kalyani if he learns 2 or 3 compositions.
Yes, and
of course the gamakas are different. Yeah, the chaya of it can be well presented by a beginner musician also.
Yes. Not much of intricate gamakas like Bhairavi or Todi. So
yes, because I always have observed, and always, I mean, I've talked with many musicians also, because whenever the Sadhana Gandhara or the Kaishiki Nishada, the presence of these swaras, they don't take the place of the swara at all.
At all, yes.
Isn't it? The Sadharana Gandhara in Karaharapriya is different, Todi is different, Bhairavi is different. So you need a guru to mold you as to where the swara comes from and where it moves.
Yes.
Whereas comparatively, I wouldn't say as Antara Gandhara is very easy to handle, not like that. But an Antara Gandhara raga is little more feasible to learn
than Sadhana Gandhara. Yes. That is true. And it's a bright swaram, Antara Gandhara and Chatushruti Devata. But the learners in the beginning get confused with Pantuvarali and Purvi Kalyani.
Not really.
When we go to Manodharmam, it becomes a little difficult. But as you said, once the singer gets into the raga, it's easy to go ahead. So we must know the Pakkad Sangatis for that. As
exactly.
Kritis itself give us that knowledge of, getting into the raga. That's how I think most of the masters start the alapna also. Just giving the
Kriti, yes. The Kriti exactly introduces to make, probably to sing the disciple to sing the raga by using the Kriti in Akara.
Yes.
Gamadamagari is afterwards. Gamapamagari.
Gamapamagari, yes.
Na 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 ta na 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 re ha na 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 ta da na ha re ta na tadari The Daivata is one beautiful place of nyasa here.
Right.
And in Paramapavanarama, we find see, that is very characteristic.
Very nice. Wonderful. Yes. Jantaswara prayogas are also very
Gagama, gagama, mada, gagama, manada, nida, mama, gagadidi.
Yes. Even in the Avarohana Krama.
Tani da papa mama gagadidi sa sari da sari gagaga. Yeah.
Yes.
Garini darini da mani da magada magadi. Gagadidi da mama gagadidi.
So the Shatcha and
Gama gaga gama magama da magama magaga. Gama gama da magama gadi gadi. Gama da magadi di gama gadi sada sari gagaga. Ma gadi ga pama gadi ga. Gama da magadi ga. Sapa pama gama magadi ga gadi. Sapa magama gadi gadi. Sapa magadi sani da sari ga. Sari gama papa papa madava magama gadi. Sari saga sama sapa sada dapa magari gama da sani da da sari sari da pada da pada bari ri pada bagga ri gama gari sada da sari ri sada ka sari ri sani da sama da sani da pada pasani da sani da sari gari sani da gari ri sani da mada sani da gari sada. Likewise, it is also used in the Ragamalika, famous bhava yami.
Yes.
So this Gari Sada, Re Sada, we can find in Shammangudi Mama's recordings, which Re Sada, Pama Gari Sari Gama Paramatmudu, Gari Sada, Re Sada, Sada, Pama Gari Sari Gama. Likewise, Sada, Pama, that Vishesha Prayoga he does.
Vishesha Prayoga, yes.
And while using the Ga,
right.
These type of Ninamamu Chenamadi Ninamamu Chenamadi, reaching the Sa, reaching the Pa. Tadarana, tadarana, tadarari, tadarara, that distinctive, that's a very, very beautiful and that those prayogas are very, very aesthetic.
Yeah, aesthetic. And the moment you say that, if you start with that, it tells that it is Purvi Kalyani.
And Padapasa is only not needed to show Purvi Kalyani.
To show Purvi Kalyani.
Is the characteristic feature, fine, but
yes.
Nidamagari damagari magari sada sarigamada sanida. All these combinations make very beautiful Purvi Kalyani.
Purvi Kalyani, yes.
And we can just go on and on and on.
Yes, yes.
And
though I don't know for what reasons, this doesn't come under the first tier of ragas where we name only the 6. But this definitely is a very, expandable ragam which can be sung for,
Yes, yes. Even a small, for a small combination of any composition also, this is suited. I told you, all genres are there.
Yes.
To sing a Tirupugal, to sing a Javali, to sing a Ragamalika, to sing a Ragatana Pallavi.
Yes.
And such intricate varnas.
Right, right.
So a structure of Raga very much depends on the varna it has.
Exactly.
So in that way, Purvi Kalyani is sort of very popular raga, actually seen as a very popular raga.
Very popular raga.
The more we venture into such a beautiful opportunity to go into the raga. I should thank you for
no.
That.
As I, as the masters like you take up one ragam, I also get into it. Because it will be so nice if I, have gathered some points and then listen to you and, I can add or, take down. I always go with a pen and a paper in these sessions. I keep noting down too.
Exactly. And becoming a student
is
all over a great pleasure.
Yes,
whenever we get an opportunity like this, I feel it is a boon for us to go into the learning mode, and we are always in the learning mode, but to specially study about a raga, that raga devata should come to us. We go to her and it should come to us also, or else you can never
that is true. But
try to
approaching is more necessary.
Exactly. We approaching is only necessary. It's always there. But we are not going with general learning. We are generally doing our concerts or whatever it is.
Yes, exactly. Going like this, focusing on so many points, on the gamakas, on the compositional aspects, on the alapana and everything.
Well, yeah. This made me go in search of whatever material was available.
Yes.
And I was happy I heard S.R. Janaki Raman sir's version of Khandatta, Purvi Kalyani, Varna.
Yes.
The pressure in which she gives the notes, the stress.
Yeah.
That is all.
Went through those articles, yes.
Yes. And it is so nice to see so many of them giving their ideas in various points: historical approach, melodic approach, compositional approach, gamaka wise. And when we study about everything, we realize there is so much to know.
So much to learn about each and every raga. Yes. Very nice, ma'am, talking to you, and you've given great information, especially the varnams in Purvi Kalyani, which are, not heard at all. Kritis, which you were mentioning, somewhere or the other we have heard, though not very popular, but we know its existence at least. But these varnams, we don't even know the existence. Yes. As, the other day when I went through only, I came to know, okay, there are varnams in this raga. Yes, very nice, ma'am. Very happy to see that you have agreed to come and join our raga series.
Thank you so much. I would remember my parents, my gurus, who all gave me so much knowledge, and whenever I go to any program or a lecture demonstration, I find a guru in every senior musician.
Yes.
I try to take whatever is there for me to learn.
Yes,
so in that way, I have been a thorough learner, and I would love to be a learner and student always.
Yes.
And
that gives a lot of pleasure. Yes.
Yeah, I remain young at heart always.
Yes, Sarvada Vidyarthi. Yes.
Yeah. And it's been a great opportunity to whatever little I have, grasped from the vast material that I got. If it's anything good is there, it goes to the seniors. If any mistake, it is only mine.
No.
Thank you for the
great
effort
opportunity from your side, ma'am. It was a wonderful session today.
Thank you,
Dr. all
Kamala
friends, for the motivation you are giving us through your chats. I'm happy about that. Let us all meet in the next session with another master, with another beautiful ragam. Till then, goodbye.
Thank you all listeners and viewers to be present here to view this program. And
yes, ma'am.
Dr. Kamalaji has been doing a wonderful job. I think viewing the Raga series by the previous whoever have done this would help benefit a lot of students to know about, because without doing much work, we are going to get so much of information
I know, exactly.
from each episode, isn't it? For one Raga, if I'm going to do so much of work, if there are 50, 60 ragas and various other topics covered, it gives us so much of information at our fingertips. Let's all make use of it, and
I know.
wishing Kamalaji a very successful career and a healthy life.
I've been enjoying all these sessions right from day one.
Yeah, I know.
And I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I'm happy. I'm always a learner, like as you said. I learned